What's going on? Okay. Ready?
Wait, how does it go again?
What's going on, BS crew?
What's going on, BS crew?
Okay, ready?
What's going on, BS crew? Welcome back to the channel.
So, in today's video, we thought that it would be a good idea to share with you guys our top 10 tips on how we maintain a happy, healthy relationship
for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years strong and still going.
And the reason why we thought this was a really good idea is because we had a lot of criticism in the past that relationships don't stay happy.
Or what they call puppy love.
Yes, still, and that eventually things get very
rough,
complicated, and you fall out of love, and people just maintain relationships because you're comfortable and whatever.
Yeah.
And we've gotten a lot of, commentary from people about the way that we maintain our relationship and
how we view things, our relationship, and stuff like that.
People can be very judgy on the way that we do things to maintain a happy relationship, and they're not always very nice about it. We're just gonna read off a list of things that we have here. In no particular order, these are our top 10 things that we believe in that have helped us maintain a really happy, healthy relationship for the 4 years that we've been together.
No relationship is perfect. Our relationship is definitely not perfect. We have rough times like anybody else. We're just giving our experience on how we keep our relationship alive and basically keep going.
Exactly. Okay, so our number one is communication. So
communication to me is letting your partner know what is going on in your everyday life. Like going as in work, or what I've done throughout the day, as in, let's say, me going to a doctor's appointment, or me working on my car personally. Just basically letting your partner into what you're doing throughout the day. That's what I think communication is.
For me, communication means expressing to your partner when things are not always that great, or what also makes you happy. So for us, I feel like we strongly communicate to each other when something bothers one another, when one another does something that really frustrates or aggravates the other, or for instance, if I came home from a rough day and the room was clean, just me expressing to him you don't understand how much that relieves some stress from me today, or whatever, just communicating to one another when things are good and not good, expressing your feelings to one another and letting each other know exactly how you're feeling at all times. Because honestly, something that I have come to learn even recently, we've been together for a long time, I feel like we can read each other very well, but at the same time, you can't expect your partners to know everything, and that's something that I'm still working on personally. And I feel like as a woman, and personally myself, but I feel like a lot of women as well, we expect our partners to know us like the back of their hand. And though that is the case a lot of the time, I feel like you can't expect your partner to know absolutely everything. You just can't expect them to know when everything is wrong. You need to be open, and you can't expect them to know everything. In the end, when you're expecting those kinds of things and it's not reciprocated, you're only going to feel more frustrated, and that turns into tension between the relationship. So communication is very, very important.
Same for the men, because I know, me speaking as a man, we tend to suppress our emotions a lot more than women. So I don't expect her to know, my emotions every day today, or how I'm feeling. So
our number two is showing affection. Oops, sorry. So showing affection.
definitely is top 5. You know,
Definitely top
because
five.
I know we both feel that we want to know that we're loved and that we still have that connection towards each other. You know,
Definitely.
we don't want to go. I see from my eyes, I see couples that I have never since I known them at all.
Shown
And it
like
kind
them
of
lovey towards each other.
it's like, you know, everybody has their own preference, but it's just kind of weird to me. Like, you guys are supposed to be a couple. You guys, you know, you love each other, intimacy and all that stuff.
I mean, I don't necessarily find it weird, but I find that a lot of the times, and this doesn't go for everybody because every relationship is different.
Yep.
But in our case, for us, it's very important to feel like the other one continues. How do I say this properly? Like, for us, it's important to visually see as well as emotionally and mentally feel the love between one another. And I feel like not only just with us, but with a lot of people, when you're not continuously almost being reminded that the other person loves you or feels this way about you, you almost question things internally.
And doubt your relationship.
I definitely feel like just the little things like hugging, you know, giving a kiss, you know, cuddling at night,
messaging each other like
randomly throughout the day, just to check up on each other.
That definitely brightens, you know, each other's day.
I always, every day without fail, call him in the middle of the day just to make sure that his day is going well. So at random times of the day, usually I'll call him before or when I'm on my way to work, or if I have a break in my schedule or whatever. I'll just call him. Hi, babe. How's your day? Like, how are you feeling? How's work been? Is it crazy? Are you stressed? Like, I just like to check up on him. So I just feel like it's those little things just continuously showing that you care. In your own way with you guys in your relationship, however you guys show affection to each other, just make sure to continue that. And make it a continuous thing where you don't just stop doing the little things because you get used to that as well.
Definitely a big one.
Our number 3 is loyalty. And like we said, this is in no specific order. It's just our list that we came up with. So loyalty for sure. I can tell you right now that loyalty is a deal breaker for 99.999% of people. Like,
let's put it 100%. It, like, you can't have a relationship without loyalty.
100%. It ruins all trust.
Yes. I'm very big into loyalty. Well, coming from my parents been together for 24 plus years, probably like 25, 26, it's very big, and I just believe in it. I just don't want my partner to do what I wouldn't like.
It needs to be a level of respect.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry I can't speak. I'm very not. I'm not that good.
Like, I wouldn't do to him what I wouldn't want him to do to me.
Exactly.
So you need to have boundaries in your relationship, and no, honestly, coming from a woman, and I feel like, again, this applies to all people, but I feel like coming from myself and a lot of women that I've communicated with about this topic, women a lot of the time like to say, because out of fear of losing a man, that they accept certain things happening. And your boundaries and your definition of cheating and things for every person is different. So that needs to be a conversation between you guys at some point within the relationship to set your boundaries and know exactly what you guys are comfortable with in your relationship. To be honest, a lot of women say they're comfortable with things to keep the men happy, but they're not necessarily happy with it. So that needs to be a very clear conversation from the very beginning. What you guys are comfortable with.
And honestly, in the beginning of a relationship, like even a week or two into it, let's say you guys become a couple, it's always good to set your boundaries right off the bat, because then confusion starts coming into play, and that's when everything goes to hell. So it's always good from the beginning, just let each other know what you accept into the relationship.
Definitely. Our number 4 is honesty. Honesty is a big thing. If your relationship is built on a ton of lies, it's never going to be successful. Never. Because there is no foundation to your relationship. It's all broken. So definitely honesty needs to be maintained throughout a relationship. That's something that we talk about all the time.
All the time.
Even the little things, white lies, it's just not necessary, especially when you love somebody. Like, honesty is huge. You should not be lying to your significant other whatsoever. And if you are with somebody who genuinely loves you, they will understand your emotions and your feelings and things that are happening. So, or even if they don't understand, you guys work through it. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be honesty, so there is trust in the relationship.
She's definitely knocking through these out.
I'm just good with my words.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I get my words mixed up, and I start, like, not stuttering, but tongue twists and all that stuff.
It's okay. Okay, so our number 5 is one-on-one time. And we believe that this is very important because I feel like this kind of goes back to the showing affection thing.
Yeah.
Just like giving each other the time of day, you want to continue to show that person that you're interested at all times. You know, it doesn't have to be an every single day thing.
24/7, yeah.
But even like once a week, and make it a priority to go on a date, or, you know, sit down in the house and watch a movie. Like, you don't have to go out and spend money to have one-on-one time. Just make it a priority to sit down with each other and express.
As long as you make an
some
effort and your partner knows that you make an effort to show them that you want to be with them or go on dates and stuff like that, it's always a good thing. And
Definitely.
we're definitely working on that, because plus now, like, we both work 40 hours plus a week, so we're trying any little time we have, we're trying to be with each other.
Exactly. Our number 6 is knowing how to apologize. For us, this is huge, and I feel like, especially on my end, and I have to admit that because I am what some people like to call feisty or sassy or
short fused.
Yes, like I have a temper, and I am like my temper switch. You know, it doesn't take very much for me to.
Not at all.
Yes.
But.
So one thing that I struggled with a lot, not only in my relationship with him, but in relationships with other people, is knowing when you're wrong and knowing when to apologize for being wrong, for saying things that you don't mean to say, or, you know.
And how to apologize.
Exactly.
That's also,
it needs to be sincere.
Yeah.
It needs to be sincere. Because genuinely, if you're coming at them like, oh, I'm sorry, like, it's not believable, 1. And 2, they're going to look at you like that shit meant nothing. Like, people just look at you differently when it's sincere and when it's just to say it. You know what I mean?
You just got to know the person. If you know when's the right time and how to apologize.
Definitely. I think that when you can sit there and apologize for saying something or doing something that you didn't mean, 1, think twice about your actions. But when you can sincerely say, I'm sorry, I feel like there's a lot of respect behind that, you know, for each other and for everybody else.
Even though, let's say, you were at wrong, but when you say you're sorry sincerely to the other person, you feel relief yourself. Like, you know, I really love this person and I want to make it work.
Our number 7 is motivating each other.
We do this a lot with each other.
Definitely. You know? We wake up in the middle of the night and have random conversations about life and our goals and everything.
And pushing each other to succeed or go further than what we already have done.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I try to, you know, she's a person that doesn't doubt herself, but she always had, like, it's always a challenge for her to.
I want to be the best at everything.
Yeah. She's very hard on herself to stuff that she's really passionate about, especially when it comes to makeup and hair. Like, there's had times she came to me crying, and me seeing her that way, I feel bad, and I feel like I have to, you know, kick into overdrive and comfort her and tell her, like, babe, you're doing fine, which honestly, like, I'm not saying to brag or because she's my girlfriend, but I truly believe she's really good at what she does.
Thank you, baby.
And I just want, you know, to.
Definitely. And just like another thing, like with us with YouTube, we're definitely both very on top of each other. Like, come on, babe, it's late, but we have to film. Or like, just we have a common goal with this. Like, we know where we want this to go. And with that being said, I feel like having that common goal, we know how to push each other to want to do better, as well as him for his car videos. Like, I know that hasn't started for him yet, but that is something that is still in the works. It's still a topic of conversation, and we're working on it. And unfortunately, this summer, things with his car didn't go the way that we wanted to, and the way that we want to go about starting his channel just couldn't be achieved in the time that we had to get things done. So we do plan on having that up at some point, and we will keep you guys informed when we have that done.
And don't get me wrong, I have tried a couple times this summer. She especially
throwing
was
the
like,
camera at him.
She was like on top of me, like do it, and I have done it. And to be honest, there has been 2 that I feel like were good ones, but in the whole car world, stuff are always unexpected. So I'll start off good, and then bam, something will happen. I'm like, damn, like there's no way I can finish my video, but it's definitely coming, guys.
Our number 8 is understanding each other's flaws.
This goes back to communication and definitely apologizing, stuff like that, because like we say, understanding each other's flaws, we know how to go about things with each other or prevent certain arguments.
Exactly.
So,
like, he understands I'm short fused, but I understand that he's very mellow. And to be honest, in the beginning, that was something that we didn't know how to, what's the word that, like, we didn't really know how to work with that, because I was so short-tempered and I wanted a reaction, and he was so mellow that I never got a reaction. So we needed to learn to work with each other.
So now, like, I hate arguments. I'm definitely not the one to yell or scream and and say things. I'm the one that just sits in the corner waiting until she calms down.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I don't say
nothing.
Now I understand that even though she's mad and I don't want to keep pushing her or anything like that, I know she wants a reaction of me, just that she knows that I'm there and that
more so I feel like he's listening.
Yeah.
To what I'm saying, what I'm reacting to.
Even though it's like, trust me, arguments, no one wants to be in that situation.
Nope.
So, I try to, like, let her know that even though she's angry, I'm here.
And another thing, too, is, like, if your partner is one like myself who's very short-fused, know when to give them space, because I have been one who I love to feed into an argument. Unfortunately, like, that's something that I'm personally working on, but I feed into the argument a lot, where he doesn't. And I've learned, as well as he has learned, that between that period of time that conversation, that argument is happening, he needs to give me about 5 minutes to, observe what is happening, to think about what I've said, to, rationalize my emotions and feelings, and then we can communicate calmly.
And even though, I give her space, I do not walk away. I do not leave the house. I don't go in my car and just leave her alone. No.
And that's something that I used to do a lot.
Yeah, I want her to know I'm present, even though that she doesn't want to talk to me. Whenever she has time, I'm here. I don't want to be somewhere else, because then she'd be like, oh, damn, like, I want to talk to him. Now he's not here. And then that would just frustrate her even more. Yeah. So I just want to know, to make her know I'm present.
That's something that I used to do often, was I would get so frustrated that I felt like I needed to remove myself from the situation, so I would leave. And that's something that I've definitely learned being with him that doesn't work.
No.
For us, at least personally. For some of you, that may be a better solution, but for us...
And it's more as in, they're not in the right mindset. So if they leave, they're driving mad or whatever, anything could happen. An accident, whatever, and we don't want that. So that's why I want to make sure that she's here with me when she's angry, and the same with me.
Our number 9 is keeping things fun and interesting.
Yes.
this kind of goes hand in hand with maintaining one-on-one time,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like its own thing as well.
As in, she's gloomy.
Ankle.
I'm gonna go and try to make her laugh, or just make it fun. Like, babe, come on, let's go do something. Let's go to the mall, or let's go bowling, or something like that.
On a drive.
Yeah,
You know, he's constantly making me laugh. He acts stupid all the time, just to make me laugh. That's one thing I love.
I love how she laughs and stuff like that. So I always love seeing her happy. If she's in a gloomy whatever, it tends to throw me off as well. So definitely. I can't let that happen.
No, but we will just sit here and crack jokes on each other,
or
like
just play around.
Be stupid sometimes. Like you have to just keep it fun.
Yeah.
Keep it
Remember, we're still young. I still consider myself as a kid, so it's always good to.
I take jokes not so well, and he knows that.
Well, I come from a family. Yeah, I come from a family where we're always cracking on each other, joking around. So it's something I can't just throw to the side.
Our number 10 is supporting one another through and through.
What we mean by that is if I have, she has, or if I'm stuck, whatever, she's there for me 100%. And
for us, that is financially, that is emotionally, that is mentally, that is physically, that is anything. Support.
Yep.
Anything. I would never in a million years let him struggle to the point of, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know the word.
And if we're gonna struggle, we're gonna struggle together. And if we're gonna succeed, we're gonna succeed together. That's there's no one side in our relationship.
Definitely not.
If I'm going up, I'm pulling her up, and if she's going up, she's pulling me up. So
yeah, 100%. Like that's through our entire relationship. If he has struggled with money, I have helped. If I have struggled with money, he has been present for me. I, especially recently, have been struggling with anxiety. And not very severely, but it's very new to me, and I'm not used to the feeling. So I have mornings where I wake up and just cry, and call him, and he will sit there and talk to me until I have to leave for work, and just allow me to vent about how I'm feeling. Like, no matter what it is, we are just very 100% supportive of each other, no matter what other people think. Not everybody is going to agree with us supporting each other's financials all the way through. They're gonna say, oh, he needs to learn to be independent, and so do you, and blah blah blah. But like, this is what works for us. So if that works for you, then that's one thing. If it doesn't work for you, that's another thing. The way you support one another is different than that we do.
And a relationship is partnership, and the definition of partnership is you help each other out.
Yes.
In anything.
Yes.
So
definitely.
We're definitely big on that.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So.
Right? So those were our top 10 tips on how we maintain a super happy, healthy relationship.
This is our tip. It's what
for
makes
our
us
relationship.
work.
Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't technically work for anybody
exactly.
else. So everybody has their own. Everybody's just different. Period.
Yeah.
So
and what works for us may not work for you, but this is definitely what we have come to learn, that with my personality and his personality and us together as a whole has definitely worked for us as a unit. And for us, this is what works best to help us grow in a relationship. I mean, we're 4 years in, and
patience. You just gotta be patient, and good stuff will happen.
But we're 4 years in, and still
going.
In that honeymoon, puppy love, whatever you want to call it, and we are not phased at all. And I plan to continue to feel that way and have this relationship until the day I die. So death do us part, baby. But yeah, that is it for today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell and follow us on our social media.
Yes,
and we will
see you in the next video.
Baby, we just see it together.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Whatever. Bye.